everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on that field. It's Latavius Murray's Vikings going up against Stewart's Panthers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He spins free, and he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry for Latavius Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They go with Murray again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. From the gun, here's Keenum. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Kyle Rudolph doing his job and making another nice catch. Come on, it's the month of December. You knew he was going to be there, right?
I knew you were going to go there. Well, the offense lining up first and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still first down.
Here we go on 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's got room. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll try the air now with Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
McKinnon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Here again is McKinnon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this seemingly endless drive continues. He'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers coming off a divisional loss last week to the New Orleans Saints, 31-21. So Newton and company, Charles, now at 8-4, and in that game, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns for Mr. Newton. What do you make of where they're at right now?
Tough spot. And the only reason I say that, it doesn't look bad, right? They're only a game behind the Saints, but the Saints beat them head-to-head twice. So that really increases the lead that the Saints have in the NFC South. For Carolina, it's just a matter of consistency on offense. 1 week they look like a juggernaut. The next week they look a little more average, a little more pedestrian. That makes it hard on a very good defense that they have to make sure they hold people down.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. This Minnesota defense that we get a look at now, sensational last week in the win in Atlanta. They held the Falcons to 9 points.
That's almost unheard of. That was the #1 offense in the league in 2016. Went to the Super Bowl. It's still pretty good in 2017 as well. Held them under 300 yards. You mentioned no touchdowns given up in that game, all field goals. And Matt Ryan had a streak of 30 straight games with a touchdown pass. That came to an end as well. The Minnesota Vikings looking awfully good on defense and awfully good as a team.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And tough starting field position here. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a give. This is Murray. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a first down throw. Keenum toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Handoff. It's Murray. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On first down, Murray. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Tenth carry of the game now, Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? holding that to a minimal gain.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Newton turns and hands to Stewart, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Throwing is Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And now running right through it. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 11 yards on the pickup. And it'll be a Carolina first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
From the red zone now, Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Newton. Floating one, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Here's Stewart. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
But forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Keenum. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down is Keenum, and that'll be incomplete. On that incompletion, gives us a chance to sneak in a little bit of an oddity last week. You hear all the talk of East Coast bias in the media. Well, there was some West Coast bias in Week 13. All 5 West Coast teams were winners.
The first time that that's happened since 1976. And think about what these wins meant, too. The Rams leading the NFC West. The Chargers tied for the AFC West along with the Raiders, who also won. San Francisco won their 2nd game, but both over brand-name teams. They beat the Giants and they beat the Bears. And the Seattle Seahawks, still lurking out there, they're also in contention for the NFC West crown.
Here's Murray. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This is Murray. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On second down, here's Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Stewart again. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Newton. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Newton. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. To throw again. Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to have a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Newton throwing again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
red zone opportunity. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Here's Keenum now on second down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Keenum now to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Forbath will put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Panthers trail at home at halftime. The Vikings have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Vikings taking the field for their opening drive. Keenum's going to complete the pass, and it's caught for the touchdown. Now 3rd and 8 as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Gano set up to kick it away. The return will start from the 49, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 86. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And fights through one man. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
In the red zone this time. for Stewart. He's been busy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
This is Stewart. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Russell Shepard from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They go with Murray again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go!
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. This is Stewart. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space and hope your punter can help you out.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Sherrills. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
On play action, it's Keenum. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need a stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Newton on 1st down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw on second down is Newton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Jonathan Stewart, his 20th carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run here with Stewart. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. Throwing is Newton. This is Shepard on the catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here we go, first and 10 now. Stewart. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
Second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mario Addison in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now following the interception, here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, they run with Stewart. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, Keenum. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Star Latulippe continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On second down, here's Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, Keenum. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Panthers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Newton now to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 38-yard line. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Now a handoff running left at Stewart. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. The offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Another run, this time McCaffrey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Gives off to Stewart. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Keenum now on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's going to go down again. Starlatulele in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Keenum. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 7 that time. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown? 1
score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. Oh, now he bowls him over. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and that leads to a Minnesota first down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kyle Love in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Now Stewart on first down. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They held him to a short gain on that one. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They go play action here on first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw in overtime for Newton. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Cam's going to run the option right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And Dixon over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that changes everything here in OT.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now what can Keenum do with his drive? Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Third down now following the run. Working from the gun, Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.